from class 8. Hope you're all doing well. Alright guys, so today we are going to do the poem number 5, last lesson of the afternoon. आज हम करेंगे paraphrasings, ठीक है? So lesson number 5 is about the paraphrasings. Now let's move on to the first paraphrasing, ठीक है? You know that in the paraphrasing we have 3 headings, ठीक है? Basically we have 3 headings. First the stanza की हो जाती है, which you are going to write with the highlighted with the marker, right? And write it within the inverted commas. And there are 3 headings in the paraphrasings. First is reference, context and explanation. ठीक है? Reference में हम क्या लिखते हैं? Name of the poet, name of the poem and a little introduction about the poet as well. ठीक है? Context में हम लिखते हैं important lines, ठीक है? About the poem, ठीक है? A little description about the poem, ठीक है? And important words, ठीक है? उसमें हम लिखते हैं okay. And explanation में हम करते हैं explain करते हैं जो हमें stanza दिया होता है, according to that stanza we are going to explain within the explanation, right? So okay, so let's start with the first stanza, ठीक है? Stanza number 1, this is line number 1 to 5, ठीक है? When will the bell ring? Ellipses आ जाएंगे, ellipses are the dots, you know that which shows a continuous form of words, right? Or a sentence. And urge them no more. Now, reference and context आपको पता है कि stanza number 1 में सिर्फ explain किया जाता है, and stanza 2 या आगे जितनी paraphrasings होंगी, जितने stanzas होंगे, you guys are going to write same in front of stanza and in front of reference and context. ठीक? Now, the first one is reference. The poem last lesson of the afternoon, like this, जिस तरह मैंने highlight किया हुआ इसी तरह आपने भी name of the poet, name of the poem को highlight करना with the marker. Now, the poem Last Lesson of the Afternoon is written by D.H. Lawrence. He was an English writer and poet. He is regarded as one of the most influential writers of the 20th century. Now, that is the reference. Context. This poem expresses teacher's exhaustion over the 60 students he's supposed to be in charge of. Yes, there were 60 students and he was in charge. And now, despite his best efforts, he has come to the conclusion that there is nothing he can do to teach students who don't want to learn. Yes, despite his best efforts, he has come to a conclusion that he's not going to teach anymore. He's going to quit his teaching career because the students are disgraceful to him, to the teacher, and they do not listen and obey him very well. Now the explanation, which has to be done according to the stanza, right? Okay. Explanation. In the first line of the last lesson of the afternoon, the speaker begins by asking the reader a question. He wants to know when the bell will ring and his weariness will come to an end. ठीक है? Weariness मतलब कि tiredness, exhaustion. Since the reader does have since the reader does have the title available, it is easy to work out that this bell is connected to an end of a school day rather than what one might initially assume. It is not a student willing the end of class, but the teacher. Now the point is that the teacher is willing to end the class. As soon as possible, he's waiting for the bell to be rung, but the students are not willing to do, and the students are not waiting for the bell to ring, they are not, but they are enjoying disturbing the teacher, and disturbing the environment of the class, right? Because you know that those were the mischievous students, right? Right. So in these lines 2 and 3, Lawrence uses a metaphor to compare the teacher's students to a pack of unruly hounds. Okay? Now he has used a metaphor of a pack of unruly hounds. That means hounds means dogs. Okay? So बच्चों को क्या किससे तशबीह दे रहा है? A pack of hounds or dogs. Okay? Who don't listen. They tugged the leash. He tried to keep them on and pushed back and against all his attempts to bring them to no ledge. ठीक है? मतलब जैसे हम एक डॉग को बांधते हैं, ठीक है, वैसे ही वो डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हैं कि he has used all of his strength, ठीक है, to discipline the students, but they still do not listen to the teacher, right, and obey to the teacher. Now the teacher expresses his exasperation, annoyance. Exasperation होती है annoyance. In the next lines, over his students' willingness to hunt for knowledge, despite his best efforts, it appears that the students have won and he's exhausted. So now the students have won. It seems like the students have won and the teacher is exhausted and he's failed in his attempt to teach the students. Okay? And he's willing to end his teaching career. He declares that he can hold him as one would pull a dog no more. Okay, so that was the first stanza.